Do you ever wonder to yourself if that guy, you know the guy, is thinking of you or misses you? Do you wish that he would just feel the pain of what life would be like if you weren't in it, so that he can finally realize how much value you actually have? Well, on today's show, we're going to be discussing how to make a man miss you. But I'll warn you, this information might work a little bit too well and have him worshiping you or begging you instead. So fair warning. Welcome to the Players Club. If you're paying attention to me and everyone else in the live stream, please say here or present so I know you're here present and actively participating. Welcome all you beautiful people on this Friday afternoon for me, maybe night for you, maybe Saturday morning for you, depending on where you live in the world. Okay, welcome to all you beautiful souls. We got Ivy, our YouTube channel member, in the chat. Oh, we got to do a big shout out to two specific people. Of course, we got Ashley. Of course, we got Enlightening. We got Nikisha West as well. You YouTube chatters members, Players Club members are so punctual, on time, and amazing. And a special shout out to Anitra, who's here way before the bell. And she donates $2. She says, balance, collaboration, love, and harmony. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And Special K as well, who also was here right on time before I even came on and donated $10. You guys are donating before we even start the show. That you guys are like, you're something else. I appreciate you so much. And we got Sharice, of course, holding down our TikTok chat. Thank you so much, Sharice. And we got SH here as well. I believe Scotty's here. Oh, we got Sammy, one of our TikTok subscribers. Okay. I see we got Eva. Scotty is here as well as one of our OGs. Welcome to all you beautiful souls. I appreciate you all, and I love spending all this amazing time with you, okay? Oh, by the way, Special K's message in the super chat, she said, with me being more of a visual learner, maybe with the puppet, can you do more of your fabulous humorous acting examples? I sure can, and maybe one of these days I'll bring in the actual Squirtle. For those of you who are new here, you probably don't know why I say the word Squirtle. It's a Pokemon that I have the stuffed animal of. Okay, let's get started, and we'll discuss along the way. So, number one, very important. Number one is going to be muting. I want you to mute. Okay, now, I know we're going to get started, and this is something that a lot of you are fiending for. Oh my God, how could I make him miss me? I want him to miss me so badly. I need him to miss me. I want him to want me, okay? I know what you want. I'm going to give you this information and I'm going to give you this strategy. However, involved in this strategy that I'm going to give you, the information you're also going to soak up, okay? What I want you to understand is this information will serve you whether or not his missing you ends up in him texting you and saying, oh my God, I want you to be my girlfriend, or if it never happens and he never speaks to you ever again, okay? So I want you to understand either thing is good, but I'm going to give you advice that will actually help you regardless of the situation, okay? Regardless of the end result, okay? We want him to miss you, but if he's just missing you and he's not ready to do what he needs to do in order to be your man, then that's pointless, okay? We want him to miss you so that it ends up in him actually doing what he needs to do for you, okay? Okay, so number one is muting. Now, for those of you who are on the slightly older side, there's no age shaming here. We don't do that on the show. But for those of you on the slightly older side, when I say mute, you probably don't understand what that means. This is very important because I know the very first thing that a lot of you think, okay, if I want him to miss me or I'm over it or whatever, I want to get over this guy, I'm just going to block him. Here is the problem, and I've said this in other shows before, but this will be the dedicated show for this that we can cover this because I want to make sure we cover social media properly. Social media is going to play a role in how you're going to make him miss you. So you have to be very strategic in how you go about this. When you're making a guy miss you, it's very important that you present the idea and the concept, like I've said before, that you're disinterested, okay? Not that you hate him, not that you dislike him, not that you want nothing to do with him, because remember, you want him to miss you, and I'm sure majority of you want him to miss you so that he'll come back with a better mindset, ready to be the man that you want him to be. So you don't want this to end forever. Obviously, that's probably why you want him to miss you, okay? Or if you do, that's still fine. But the best way to get him to miss you is to make yourself seem like you're disinterested. This is the problem with blocking. So I know those of you who are on the older side are like, what's the difference between muting someone and just blocking them? I'm going to explain it. When you block someone, someone, when he goes on your profile, he can't contact you, he can't message you, he can't see anything that you're posting, and vice versa, okay? But when you mute someone, that means this is a new age advanced social media techniques, okay? When you mute someone, what that means is that he is capable of seeing your profile like regular. He can message you like regular. He can see what you're posting on your story like regular. However, for you cannot see his stories or his post on your timeline. So when you're scrolling through and he posts something of him at the gym, it's not just going to pop up on your timeline. You know how when you're scrolling through and your favorite man that you've been dealing with posts something and you can see his little profile picture and you can see it highlighted in his story, and then your heart drops for a second until you finally click the story and you're like anxious trying to see what he posted. And each time you refresh your page or each time you open your app, you're like thinking to yourself, oh my God, I wonder if he posted a story this time. I wonder what he posted. I wonder what he's doing, right? And that addiction that you feed, okay, I want you to mute him. Because if you want him to start missing you, you've got to make it seem like you're disinterested in him. And I know, okay, because I know you, me and you are friends. I know that a lot of you will not be able to resist the temptation of looking at what he's doing 24/7. Okay. He's not an idiot. If he knows that you guys aren't speaking, but he can see that you're watching his stories in the first 30 seconds of him posting it, then he knows he has a little bit of control over you. And he's not a dum-dum. Guys aren't stupid. Okay. So when he's posting, he might post something purposely to trigger you, knowing that him triggering you will probably lead to you messaging him. It's control. Okay, I always tell you guys, relationships is like a battle of control. Okay, so for you, if you want him to miss you, you have to be the one that seems disinterested. You have to be the one that seems like you don't care. You have to be the one that seems like you're not bothered. When you block someone, it comes across as you're bothered. That's not good because you're giving him his ego boost in doing that. Okay, you want to come across as if it's not bothering you what's going on with him, as if you've literally forgotten about him and he's invisible to you. That's what you want him to feel. So you mute him for the simple sake that you don't want to be even tempted or to watch his stuff, and you don't want to see it on your timeline. You don't want to accidentally open it. And then when he's going through his story and he's checking and he's trying to see, I wonder what she's thinking. I wonder if she's watching what I'm doing. I wonder if she saw that I posted 2 wine glasses instead of 1, right? Because I wanted her to see that, and I know she's going to freak out, and I know she's probably going to message me. And then when he's scrolling through, and he sees that you didn't even watch it, you didn't even look at it, and he's thinking to himself, maybe she's doing something when I posted it. I'll post something again later. And he posts something again later that's super sneaky, and he's like, oh, I know when she sees this one, she's gonna go crazy. And then he checks again, and it's been 6 hours, 7 hours since his last post, and you didn't watch that story. And this new one, you still didn't watch it too. And then a day goes by and he's like, damn, you didn't watch the story at all. Damn, you're not checking anything I'm doing. Damn, you don't look at my WhatsApp status. Damn, you don't check my Snapchat story. Damn, you didn't check my Facebook post. You didn't like it. You don't know, what? Like, what's going on? Where is this girl? Huh? Like, did she move somewhere? Why isn't she watching anything that she usually watches everything I do in the first 30 seconds. And you see how like it kind of strips him of his ego. You gotta, if you want a man to miss you, and especially for those of you who have been doing a lot of, giving out a lot of peasant energy, if you want a man to miss you, you first have to strip him of his ego, especially as it relates to you. Because he's not gonna miss you if you haven't yet stripped him of his ego and him feeling like, oh, I'm the man. If you love me, you worship me, you get on your hands and knees, literally, you get on your hands and knees and you worship me. So I know that I'm God's gift to the world. Okay. Right. And that feeling that he feels in his mind, that idea, that concept that he lives with when it comes to you is not going to allow him to miss you no matter how long you haven't been talking, because he's always going to be playing in the back of his mind that you're in more pain than I am when we're not speaking because of how much you care and love and appreciate me and want to be with me. Right. So you have to strip him from his, I know it sounds horrible, okay? I never said that anything that we're going to be doing here is going to sound nice and cuddly and like a Disney princess movie. It's not, okay? But you can get what you want. So in order for him to miss you, unfortunately, you're going to have to strip him of his ego and strip him of the idea that, hey, you love me so much that no matter what goes on, you're going to be thinking of me and you're going to want to be with me so badly. And there's nothing I can do that would make you disinterested in me. You got to strip him of that. So you have to mute him because you want to communicate that you are disinterested in him. Not that you're mad at him, not that you hate him, not that you are so upset by what he posted or what he does or the fact that you guys aren't speaking, that you want to put your 2 cents in and give him a piece of your mind. No. You don't care. You literally don't care. It literally doesn't matter to you. He can do whatever he wants. He can go wherever he wants. He can hang out with whoever he wants. And you know what's funny about that? When you strip a man of his ego, right? And you strip a man and stop making him feel as if you care about everything he's doing. The excitement that he feels from going around and doing the wrong thing and having you chase down all your Scooby-Doo clues while you're chasing after him, it stops being as exciting to do the wrong thing when you don't care and you're not on his butt about everything. Because then he's just doing the wrong thing for the sake of doing the wrong thing. So when he goes out to the club with his boys, instead of getting you yelling at him and texting him and spamming him with messages where he can feel that attention, that he is being loved and pursued by someone, and you're not messaging him or spamming him, he's kind of like, so I'm actually just at the club and I'm actually just partying. And actually no girls are really even talking to me anyways. Even though I can talk to anyone, this is kind of boring. Right? And you kind of take away all of the fun that, because I'm telling you, for some guys, they enjoy the aspect of you getting all bent out of shape and chasing him around. Okay. And being all on his butt about everything, that he likes to be able to do things just to have you chase him around. I know it sounds weird. I know it sounds strange. And the reason I'm explaining all of this to you is because this is the first step to getting a guy to miss you. You actually have to be absent. And this is why I want to break it down and break down the strategy very clearly and concisely so that you can understand what type of absence you have to have for him in order to elicit the I miss you type of response. It's not just blocking him and not just saying I hate you 100 times or sending him a long message about how much you aren't going to speak to him. No. You disappear. Okay? I know a lot of you don't do that, but this is why this is important. Okay? Now, I talked about muting was number 1. Now, number 2 is no reply. Now, I'm sure most of you get the gist of what I'm saying when I say no reply, but I really want us to all understand what no reply really means, okay? No reply, what I'm referring to, is not just not texting him, okay? You're going to ignore any type of text message that he sends you. Whether it be an emergency, we talked about things like emergency situations that guys will spring on you when they know that you're withdrawing from them. We talked about that in yesterday's show, okay? So guys are going to spring emergency situations on you. They're going to come up with any sort of excuse to try to get you to message them back or call them back or text them back. They're going to try to guilt trip you. They're going to make you feel like a bad person. Whatever it may be, strategy they're going to try to use to get access to you or to at least get you to respond and acknowledge them. You do not listen to me. You do not listen to me. You do not look in my eyes and listen to my voice. You do not respond to anything. Nothing. If you want a man to miss you, he needs to be without you for a period. Okay. Now, this doesn't necessarily in this specific case have to be forever, but there needs to be quite some period, concentrated period, that he is completely without you. Why? Because in order for him to miss you and come to the realization that I want to be with you, he needs to be able to contrast what he felt like and what his life like was with you versus what his life like is without you. And for some of you, the mistake you're making is you're not allowing him to properly contrast the black with the white. Because when he's without you, he's not really without you because you still kind of answer his messages. You still kind of text him back. You still kind of talk to him every now and again. You still kind of check up on each other. No, it's not enough. Not enough. He's got to be completely without you. Now, like I said, you don't block him, so you don't block his number. You don't block him from being able to text you. You allow him the ability to message you and text you. This is why it's very strategic. You allow him to build the ability to message you and text you, and you also allow him to have to come to the realization and accept the fact that even though he sends you 100, 1,000, 1,000,000 messages, you are not shaken or moved by anything he says to you. No matter how much he calls you, it doesn't affect you. You don't answer. No matter how much he texts you, it doesn't affect you. You don't answer. No matter how much he posts on his story, you don't watch it. You don't care. That you need, listen to me. Me and you were best friends, okay? Listen to me. You need to understand the most painful thing for someone to endure is to feel invisible to you. Not to feel like you hate them, to feel invisible to you, as if you have emotionally and mentally moved on from them. That is by far the most painful feeling that anyone will ever feel in their entire life. And if it's happened to you, then I'm sure you know the feeling I'm referring to, okay? When he feels like he's invisible to you, that is the moment where he will start actually missing you and have something to miss, because he's going to say to himself, damn, it's actually over. Like she's not going to message me. She's not going to talk to me. She's not going to respond to my stories. She's not going to care about anything I do. And he starts to feel like you just don't care. Like you're just gone. You're just a ghost now. Like he feels to himself like he's unalived. He passed away and he doesn't matter to you. He doesn't exist in your life anymore. That is very, very painful. So when you don't reply, don't not reply because you blocked him on everything. Keep him on everything. Mute him on everything so that you're not seeing his stuff or tempted to look at what he's posting. And then when he does message you, because I assure you he will message you at some point if he really is starting to miss you, you continue to not respond so that he can actually have a period of time where he says to himself, damn, even now that I'm trying to get her to respond, even now that I'm trying to get access to her, even now that I want her to be available to me and I'm trying my absolute best, I still can't get her. Okay, right? By the way, thank you so much, Sammy, who just donated a galaxy in the YouTube chat. I really, really appreciate that, Sammy. Thank you so much, Sammy. You are the top donator in the YouTube chat. Sammy also says, so you're telling me I should unblock? Well, if you want that man to miss you, okay, listen to me. Because I always give you guys advice, but I also understand the situations that you're in, meaning that I know that in not every case where you end things with the guy, if not all of you are actually prepared to move on. I know, let's just be so for real. Despite what I say, I know some of you just want the guy to come to a realization where he should treat you the right way, okay? So the strategy I'm trying to give you is to stimulate maybe him coming to the realization that, hey, life without you is way worse than life with you, and I want to make a change, okay? So that's why I say don't block him. If you just want him to miss you, come to a realization and then treat you right again. You understand what I'm saying? If you're actually done with this man and you actually never want to speak to him ever again, and you know for a fact that this isn't the relationship that you want, go ahead and block him. I only say to unblock him and just leave it there so that he doesn't think that you're bothered by the situation, right? You want to communicate disinterest as opposed to I hate you type of thing. Okay. Sammy says, I only want to talk to him when I'm bored. That's a totally different thing. Okay. But you also need to acknowledge to yourself, are you talking to him because you're bored, because you aren't focusing your time and energy into yourself or the things that matter to you? Because that's not what you should be doing. Okay. If you're trying to give him an opportunity to do the right thing, right, and to be the man that you actually needed to be, that's a totally different story. But if you actually know that it's done and this relationship has run its course, then you block. Okay. Right? Okay, Ivy says, I unblocked to give him the opportunity to reach out. Okay, that's good. But this is why we're coming up with the strategy, because I know once I tell you guys to unblock, some of you will start going crazy. And I don't want you to go crazy. Because when you unblock, now all of a sudden, as soon as you unblock, well, maybe let me just check what he's been doing for the past 4 to 5 months. Let me just watch every single story highlight. Let me look at every single post and analyze it. And just that fast, as soon as you unblock, you're back in the spiral where you're just focusing, hyper fixated on everything if you know that you're that person, that as soon as you unblock, that monster in your mind starts taking over again, don't even unblock him, okay? Because this is gonna ruin everything that you're trying to work for. You only unblock him if you know you have the self-control to just, as soon as you unblock him, you put it right on mute, and then you never check his profile again. If you know that's not you and you can't do that, keep him unblocked, okay? I just want us to be on the same page, okay? Now, when I talk about no reply, very important. You're not replying to anything, any text message, any phone call. Now, this is the other important thing that I want you to listen up with. If you're on the toilet and you're pooping, stop pooping. I don't care if it's halfway, you suck it back in, okay? Very important. Listen up. When I'm talking about no replying, I'm not just talking about text messages and phone calls. I'm also talking about this silliness that you be doing with the guys that you like, where you're sending each other Instagram reels and you're casually Snapchatting each other, for you, those of you who are even on the younger side, or you're sending each other TikTok videos. You do not respond to any of those things. When he is without you, because you want to stimulate him missing you, he is without you. For real. And the reason I need to make that very clear is because I know that that's the first thing some of you are going to run to. Well, we're not even talking. We're in no contact. But when he sends me a funny reel, I still like his reel because the reel was funny. So I just felt like I should like it because no. Get a grip. You're not going to accomplish what you're trying to do here if you're casually sending each other reels and memes and TikTok videos. No, you're not doing any of that, okay? You don't respond to any of that. He can send you as many as he wants. You don't respond to them. You can even open them and not respond to them. But I don't want you liking it. I don't want you acknowledging it whatsoever. You don't acknowledge him, okay? You act as if I'm disinterested in you. You could send me 1,000 of these. I'll just view them at the very most and I'll be gone. Okay, why? Because that's how you actually deliver him the pain, and you strip him of the ego, thinking that, oh yeah, you probably still like me. You probably still check my profile every day. You probably still think about me every day. No, you want him to feel like you have stopped thinking about him. You've stopped noticing him. You don't even want anything to do with it. You just don't care. You don't care. Okay, that's why I tell you guys, it's not just the no text, no call. It's also the no Instagram reels. It's also the no TikTok videos. And for those of you addicts, no Snapchat. Okay? Because I know some of you be doing that too. Casually Snapchatting people, trying to keep it. No Snapchat streak, and the Snapchat streak, and the Snapchat streak, and the Snapchat streak. Because I know some of you just be Snapchatting the side of your face to try to keep the streak going. And you're thinking to yourself, yeah, we're not talking. We're in no contact, but I just Snapchat him just to keep the streak going. And end it. He doesn't get a Snapchat of you. He doesn't get a Snapchat of your cat, your dog, your couch, the side of your face, your hair, your toothbrush, nothing. You don't respond to nothing. I don't care how many times he Snapchats you. I don't care how many times he sends you a TikTok video. I don't care how many times he sends you his Instagram reel or a Facebook meme. No response. No reply. Ever. Okay? Right? You don't want to respond, right? And obviously this is going to happen for a period of time. You basically are not going to be responding until he starts begging. And I mean really begging. The first time he's begging is not even enough begging. He's got to be begging. And I'm talking about for weeks. He's got to be begging to the point where he feels like it's the best thing to just do is give up. That's when you actually show back up. Okay? So I just want us to all be on the same page if you really want him to miss you. Okay? So this at the very least should be going on for 3 or more weeks. of you completely disinterested in him and not speaking to him. Let's just round it off and say a month. Because by a month time of him trying and using all these different techniques to try to get your attention and using all these different techniques to try to see you and speak to you and get him to speak to you, I want it to be at least a month where he never hears from you at all. That's how you'll get a man to really miss you and really come to some deep realizations, at the very least 1 month. Someone said a month? What? I'm so serious. Do you want that man to miss you, or do you want him to just casually think about you and casually go back to doing what he was doing? Okay. I say at least a month. At least a month. And I'm talking about a month of nothing from you. Nothing from you. Okay. If you can go longer than that, even better, because that's even more agonizing for him. Okay. But if for those of you who are like, oh, I just want him to miss me for a little bit and I want him to come back humble, then at least a month. Okay. Does that make sense? Someone says any man with options will move on. This is horrible advice. Well, okay. I'm glad that you said that, Clarksville. I'm so glad that you said that, because this is the other thing that I want you all to come to the painful realization of. Okay. And I have to be honest with you. I know that I'm giving you a strategy to help a guy miss you. But like I said at the very beginning, right? This strategy is going to end up in either one of two ways. Either he's going to miss you and he's going to be coming back on bended knee, begging for his forgiveness and begging to be with you and be in a relationship with you, or he's not actually going to miss you that much because he didn't really like you that much. And then he's just going to move on with the rest of his life. And he's going to find a new girl that he can get access to her Squirtle. I don't want to lie to you and pretend like that's not also a possibility, which is why the strategy I'm giving you will work for you whether or not he comes back into your life. You're still going to gain some positive things whether or not he comes back into your life, and you'll see the positives that you'll gain when we finish this entire show, okay? When I explain to you all the different points. Okay, because you're also doing yourself a service of detaching yourself from this man, that even if he decides that he doesn't miss you that much, that he doesn't need to come back into your life, that he doesn't need to be begging for your forgiveness or worshiping you, or he doesn't care either, well, at least you've detached yourself from this man that you can also move on as well. This is why I say there's positives regardless of what the end scenario is. And I have to be honest with you about that, because while we still are building a strategy to help him miss you, it's impossible to get a guy to miss you who never even cared about you in the first place. And some of you are in that position. So let's not mess around and play around as if some of you aren't in that position. So like Clarksville just said, some men are going to move on. Yes, some of those men are going to move on. Okay, the ones that didn't really like you that much in the first place are going to move on. And the ones that only wanted to use you for your Squirtle and only wanted to use you to have pineapples with you, they're going to move on in less than a day. In fact, as soon as you stop pursuing him, he's going to move on, because he was only here to get chased by you, and for you to offer him free Squirtle for absolutely no work and no effort. And as soon as you're not doing that, he wants nothing to do with you. I have to be honest with you, or else we're not really friends, or else I'm not doing anything to help you or serve you if I'm not honest with you. Okay. So we have to get that straight. Now, muting was number one. No reply, number two, and then plenty of different ways that you're not going to be replying. Number three, this is hyper important. Okay. Hyper important. Pay attention. Okay. Because a lot of you won't do this because a lot of you aren't thinking of this. Okay. Number three is I want you to avoid parties and events and gatherings that you are likely to see him at. This is very, very important because this will ruin everything that you're trying to work for. Listen, like I said before, if you're gone and you want him to miss you, then you're gone so that he can actually miss you. You're not half present. You're not a quarter of the way present. You're not kind of there in some places and kind of there in other places, and you text him sometimes and you call. No. You're gone. You've disappeared. Poof, in the thin air. You're a magician. You're David Blaine. Okay? The reason I say that is because if he's actually going to miss you, he cannot see you or hear from you in order for him to actually miss you. I know some of you that might sound strange or sound weird, but in order for him to actually miss you, you have to not be present in any capacity. So you have to be thinking to yourself, if I want to inspire this guy or get him to actually start missing me, then I can't be around in a way where he'll see me, be able to speak to me, be able to access me, and not miss me anymore. Okay? Especially if you're trying to stimulate some sort of realization that he should treat you well, or he's been treating you wrong, or that he, should come back to this relationship humble with a different approach, right? You need to be actually absent in order for him to muster up those feelings. You get what I'm saying? Are you following me so far? So you need to be avoiding parties, events, gatherings that you're likely to see him at, so that he doesn't catch you there and he can continue feeling like, damn, I wish I had her in my life. You can't be present. If he's missing you, he's missing your absence, right? And he's wishing that you weren't absent. So if he's wishing that you weren't absent, you can't be present. So you got to avoid those parties, and you got to anticipate with the places that you would come across him or run into him. So if you're going to a party, a house party or an event or whatever, you're not dumb. Okay. You're not dumb. You know, once you start hearing particular people or attending this party or attending this event, you know what group of friends hangs out with what group of friends and who spends time with who. And if they're inviting this group, then you know this group is likely to come, and then this group is and you can put two and two together and get an idea of when they're going to show up, right? When they're going to show up at that party or at that event, right? Does that make sense to you guys so far, right? So I want you to be anticipating that so that you can actually avoid that and not put yourself in a position where you're accessible at that party, at that event. You want to be gone. If he's going to miss you, you got to be totally gone. Not half gone, not a quarter of the way gone, totally gone. Okay. Electric Field donated $20 in the YouTube chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Electric Field. There was no soup chat. It was just a sticker. Thank you so much. One of our top donators in the YouTube chat. Okay. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate all of you that donate. Okay. Does that make sense to you guys so far? You need to be avoiding parties, avoiding events, avoiding anything, and looking forward to the places that you could come across him. So for those of you, I know this is going to sound weird and strange. I know this is going to sound a little bit extra, but if you do things like, let's say you guys go to the same gym, and you actually want to stimulate him missing you, this might be time to switch up your gym. Okay? You don't want to give him any place where he's seeing your face, seeing your beautiful body, seeing your beautiful silhouette, seeing your dump truck, seeing your voluptuous yiddies. No! He does not get to see. He does not get to access. No. You're gone. You've disappeared. Okay? He will be in pain while you have disappeared. Okay? Now, I know this sounds mean, and I know this sounds, not magical, not fantastical. He needs to be in pain. Okay? You do not alleviate his pain. You do not alleviate his anxiety by being present for him in any capacity, even in an indirect way, by being in the same party as him where he can access you or come up to you and speak to you. If you accidentally find yourself in a place where, oh my God, I just ran into him, or oh my God, he's at the same party as me, remove yourself. If you actually want him to miss you, remove yourself from that party or event. I know it sounds toxic. That's because it is. Okay. But you'll get what you want. Remove yourself from the party or event. Why? It gives him hope that he will be able to access you and speak to you by seeing you at that event. And he'll be able to break you at that event that he sees you, or at that party that he sees you. No. You get yourself out of there, and he doesn't get to see you or access you for any reason whatsoever. Once you have become disinterested in him, you disappear, poof, you vanished into thin air. Right? Does that make sense to you guys so far? Okay. Jola says, what about social media? So I mentioned social media earlier and how you should be muting him, not blocking him, muting him, so that you're not tempted to watch anything that he's doing, because you want to make it seem like you're disinterested in him. Okay. So number one was you, like I said, muting. Number two, no reply. And number 3, avoiding parties. Okay. Zuzi says, yes, it's okay to post on your socials, and you should also post living your life and being happy. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that, guys. Those of you asking what should I post on social media, we're gonna get to that. Just stay put, okay? Just relax. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it, okay? I promise you, we trust me. We talk about everything here. So, muting, no reply, avoiding parties, number 3. Number 4, okay? I want you to occupy your mind. Okay, this is actually really important. I want everyone to act like listen up now. Because this is the part where you need to gain this regardless of what ends up happening in the end. Okay? This is what you need to gain in order to detach yourself and in order for you just to be like okay and whole for the future of your relationships and your life. I want you to occupy your mind with something that you're passionate about and you actually deeply care about. Not something you're fake passionate about and not something you're doing to meet more boys. Okay, so when I say occupy your mind, I am not saying open up Hinge, make a cute Hinge profile, show off your dump truck on Hinge, and start messaging a whole bunch of guys on Hinge. No. That's not what I mean by occupy your mind. Okay, and I'm not talking about occupying your mind on going on 1,000 other dates. No. You occupy your mind with something, an activity, a hobby, a passion that's not boys. Okay. A passion that's not opening your legs, okay? A passion that has nothing to do with pineapples or your Squirtle, okay? Unrelated to those things. A passion or a hobby that you can focus your time and energy on. Why is this so important? Because in the process of you trying to stimulate someone missing you, obviously you have to not be present and you have to be absent from that person if you want them to miss you. And the only way for you to properly be absent and not present in that person's life in any capacity, especially for those of you who find it really, really hard to withdraw from people that you are attached to, you need to have something else to pour your energy into so that you don't start spiraling the moment that you're triggered or you're like, oh, I'm so lonely and I'm so bored. Life's so boring. I mean, I want him to miss me, but I kind of wish I could talk to him. I'm just sitting around, bored. Oh my God, what am I gonna do today? Right? And the more bored you are, the more gray and lifeless your life is, the easier it will be and the more tempting it will be for you to start messaging him again or reach out to him. And so you've kind of defeated the purpose of everything you've been trying to do here. Okay, so why did you listen to me? Why did you build out all this strategy when you were just going to message him anyways? Okay, I know this might be a shocker to some of you. Okay, this might actually take you and throw you for a loop, but he can't miss you if you're messaging him. He can't miss you if you're talking to him. He can't miss you if you're texting him. It doesn't work like that. I hope that you know. Okay. I hope that that's the one thing that sticks in your mind for the rest of the show. If you're present in his life, he can't miss you. The only way for him to miss you is for you to be absent, properly absent. Like my people in UK would say. Proper absent. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? So you need to be occupying your mind so that you're not tempted to, because it's a dangerous spiral that you could fall down. This is why I gave you guys all these other tips as well. This is hyper important, but I gave you guys all these other tips around this because some of these things will easily trigger you and spiral you. Okay, so when if you're watching his social media and you see one thing, you see 2 wine glasses instead of 1, and it looks like on the second wine glass there's a lipstick, you're gonna spiral. If you don't occupy your mind with things that you actually enjoy and hobbies and passions that you actually want to spend your time doing, and you're only sitting around being bored, hoping that one day he'll miss you, you're gonna spiral because your mind's gonna say, "Oh, this is so boring. Oh, I have no one to talk to. My life is so lonely," and you're just going to message him. So what was the point? He can't miss you if you're messaging him, okay? You can't get a guy to miss you that you're texting actively. You can't get a guy to miss you that you're calling actively. You can't get a guy to miss you that you're with actively. It does not make sense, Okay? So you need to occupy your mind. Now, how do you do that? Some of you are going to ask me, how do I occupy my mind? I don't know what I like to do. I have nothing to do with my life except to be around boys. My life is just boys. Okay? I'm going to give you this and make this so easy for you that you can't not do it. I'm going to make this so easy for you. All you have to do to occupy your mind, even if you don't know what you like. Some of you know what you're passionate about. You like painting, you like drawing, you like art, and you're good. You already know what you want to spend your time doing to occupy your mind. That's good. Okay? Now, for those of you who have no idea what you would want to spend your time doing because you don't know what you like, this is what I want you to do. This is so simple, you can't mess it up. Then my OG members know what the strategy is. So simple. All you have to do is you go on TikTok and you type in things to do in and then whatever city that you live in. Okay? So if you live in Miami, things to do in Miami. There's lots of things to do in Miami. If you live in New York, things to do in New York. If you live in things to do in UK, things to do in London, things to do in Staten Island, things to do in LA, things to do in wherever you live, Nigeria, South Africa, wherever. Okay? Now, the reason I say this is because when you type in things to do and then you type in whatever city that you live in, what's going to happen is TikTok is going to show you a whole bunch of videos of people. There's literally content creators that make videos about everything. There's content creators that make videos on things to do in those specific cities. So if you live on the outskirts, right? If you live in a suburb or you live like out in the country, just type in things to do in whatever the closest large major city is to you. Okay. Now, the reason I say that is because content creators are going to show you a whole bunch of videos on literally titled things to do in that city. And all you have to do, this is why it's so easy. You can't even say you can't do it because it's this easy. All you have to do is just scroll through and see if anything piques your interest and then go do that one. I make it so easy for you. You see how much I love you and care about you? I make this so easy for you. You don't even have to come up with ideas. You don't got to do any research. All the content creators do the research for you. All you got to do is scroll through their profile and pick one of the things that you like to do. All of those content creators are making videos on whatever city it is that they probably live in. So they're going to have a whole bunch of videos on things to do in that city. You just scroll through and you pick one of the videos that you like because you like that to do that thing, and then you do that thing. And then your life is actually so easy. And then you just keep doing that thing, or you just keep rotating a couple of things to occupy your mind. And then now you have a week's worth of events and things that you can go to that require you to step out of your house, which are good also, that you can use to occupy your mind. And now you don't have to be spending your time thinking about, my life's so boring. My life's so uninteresting. What should I do? I should just text him. No, you shouldn't. You should go somewhere and do something that is not boy related. That's what you should do. You should do something that you enjoy. You should do something for yourself. And you might think to yourself, well, that's all. There's not that much to do in my city except for eat food and go to a couple restaurants and go to a bar or go to a club. First of all, you shouldn't be going to a bar and you shouldn't be going to a club. That's not what I'm talking about when I say occupy your mind. Okay. Now, secondly, I can guarantee you, I promise you, when you type that in and you go through all the things to do in your city, I will promise you, you will find at least one thing to do that you didn't realize you could do. I can assure you of that. Okay. Why? Because I've done it myself, thinking the same thing that I just said, that, I've been in Toronto how many years now? I know everything that there is to do in my city. Who doesn't know what there's more to do in my city than me? I've been everywhere. I've done everything. I've tried everything. I've went to every restaurant. There's no one that can show me anything to do in this city that I don't already know. Right? And I thought that. And then I went on TikTok and I typed in things to do in Toronto. And then I realized there was this really interesting place where you can go there and go there on like a date night, and you can make a custom carpet on the date night. And while you're making a custom carpet, you actually make it from scratch, right? And you can take the carpet home with you. I was like, whoa, that's awesome. But I would have never thought that that's even a thing that, what? You can go somewhere and make the carpet on the spot and then take the carpet home. So I can have like a custom floor mat that I made by myself or with someone. That's pretty cool. I never thought that you could do that, but that sounds like a lot of fun, right? And I just say that to say that you never know what's out there for you until you actually do some research and you look for some things to do. Your assumption that there's nothing to do in my city, so I guess I'll just text him because I'm bored and lonely, right? That is the easy way out. But if you actually do the work of doing some research and finding some awesome things to do, you will find some awesome things to do that will occupy your mind. And you never know, you might come across something that you're really passionate about that you didn't even realize you were passionate about. This is part of the problem. Some of you aren't stepping outside of your house. So you find it that much harder to let go and detach yourself from people who you're trying to detach yourself from. Now, I know that this show is titled How to Make a Man Miss You, but at the end of the day, if you don't properly detach yourself from the man, you're never going to get a guy to miss you because you're never going to be absent enough for him to actually miss you. So this is why this all works together. If you don't know how to detach, you can't be absent. If you're not absent, then he won't miss you. Are you following me so far? Okay, right? Pound Cake says, true, I need to get outside. It's the truth, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that realization, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. We all struggle with that sometimes. But getting out, I promise you, stepping outside of your house is going to be a big part of this. I know it doesn't seem like it's going to be a part of this, but it's going to be a big part of this, especially when it comes to what we're going to discuss right after this, okay? You got to get outside of your house. Do you think, okay, do you honestly think to yourself that that man is going to miss you if you're sitting around sad in your bed thinking about him? Picture that in your mind. Picture him actually missing you. Do you think when he's picturing missing you, he's thinking to himself, you're sad in your bed, wallowing in your tears? Tissues all over the place, snot all over the place, crying, you're wearing his sweater, inhaling the scent of his sweater to try to get a whiff of him again? Smelling his boxers. Do you think that that's what's going to make him miss you? Do you think if he saw you in that state, he'd be like, wow, I really miss this girl. This is the girl that I've been missing but for the last couple of months. I really miss her. Look at her pathetic self smelling my boxers to try to get a whiff of me again. Let's be for real. Okay? If you want, this is also part of the thing, right? If you actually really want a man to miss you, you need to be embodying that energy that he would actually even have something to miss. If you're sitting around wallowing in the mud and wallowing in your tears and your snot, nobody's going to miss that. That's not attractive. That's nothing to miss. Okay? That's repulsive, actually. So you already have to be getting out of the house and doing things with your life and getting to it and being the bad bee that you actually want to embody and being the dream girl that you actually want to embody so that he can actually be missing something. Okay? Nobody's going to miss the person crying in their bed who's sad and miserable. Nobody's going to miss that. Okay? Right? So, no reply. Sorry, mute was number 1. No reply was number 2. Avoiding parties, number 3. Occupying your mind, number 4. Now, number 5, this is where we get to the social media, like all of you were saying, and we're going to break this down so everyone's going to be clear on this. Don't you worry, okay? Number 5, I want you to post your fun. Okay. Now, this is hyper important that everyone pays attention because this is going to vary for everyone, and you need to understand the concept so that you can understand how this applies to your own specific situation when I talk about post your fun. Why? Because posting your fun is going to apply differently depending on who you are. It's very important that when you post your fun, you stay true to yourself. I don't want you to turn into someone that you're not. What I mean by that is some of you are not posters, okay? You're not really on social media that heavy. So for you to just start posting up everything all of a sudden, it makes it seem like you're bothered and you're trying to prove a point. You don't want to be doing that. You want to stay looking like you're unbothered, okay? Someone just said do natural posting. Natural posting. That's why I want to break this down. So for those of you who are actually, like, you post a lot, you like to post memes, you post yourself, you post you post regularly. It's not strange or out of the ordinary for you to be posting 1 or 2, even 3 times a day, something like that, right? You post stories or you post on your main page or whatever it may be, okay? Or you post Snapchat, whatever it may be. Then I want you to post at the exact same rate that you were posting before, but I just want your post to be hyper fixated on you and your fun. So when I talked about the things that are occupying your mind, right? So for example, if you love painting and you really enjoy spending your time painting these really intricate murals and stuff like that, you can post yourself painting. You can post yourself in the process of it. You can post your final result, right? That's the type of things that I want you to be posting, and I want you to post it at the same pace that you would regularly be posting. Don't switch it up, okay? Right? Why? Because you don't want to make him feel like you're posting this because you want to seem unbothered, or you don't want him to make it. You don't want to make him feel like you're posting this for me to see, or you're posting more because you want to make it seem like you're having so much fun and no, you don't want you posting to become an ego boost for him. Okay. You want to make it seem like you're posting the exact same amount that you would regularly be posting, and you're just posting things that have to do directly with you. You're not, okay, this is where I want you all to be paying attention. What you're not going to do, what you're not going to do, what you're not going to do. Look into my eyes, okay? Really pay attention now. Stand up straight now. Get your hand out of your pants, okay? You're not going to post any sort of sub at him. Okay, we just call it kind of like subtweet, like a sub post where you're subbing him, or you're being kind of slick in the way that you post. Don't post no quotes, and don't post no memes that would apply to him. Don't post no videos or pictures that would apply. Nothing. No subliminals. Sammy just said it, right? No subliminals. Do not post not a single subliminal. Why? Because it's an ego boost to him. When you post that subliminal, he's going to know that you're posting it because you're trying to send a shot at him. What's that going to do for him? It's going to give him an ego boost because he's going to know that you're bothered. Remember, I said at the very beginning, everything that you're trying to do, if you're trying to get this man to miss you, you want to seem as if you're unbothered. Don't post no subs. Okay. Someone even said it too. Don't post things you like together. No songs. Okay. I agree. No songs. Okay. Nothing that you did together, nothing that he could even see it and imply that, oh, you're posting that because, me and you did that thing, or me and you had that fun, or me and you, whatever. And that post has to do with me. No, your post has to do with you and your fun. You're going out and you're posting yourself at dinner because you're out with the girlies at dinner and you look bomb and your dump truck's amazing. That's why you're posting. You're not posting because of him. You understand what I'm saying? Right? Do not be posting any sort of subliminal. Those of you that like posting Justin LeBoy quotes, get rid of it. Stop it. No more Justin LeBoy quotes you're posting on your story. No subs. No subliminals in any capacity. Why? You do not want him to feel like you're posting this because of him or for him. Don't give him the ego boost. Don't make him feel like, because that just shows that you're bothered. Don't allow him the ability to feel like you're bothered, which is why you're posting the thing. None. No subliminals. Post your fun, and post your fun in the frequency that you would regularly be posting at. Right? So don't post so much more than you regularly would, because that's going to seem suspicious. Post the same amount. Now, if you're someone, for those of you who are like, I never post, I literally don't post anything, I have barely anything on my Instagram, what do? I want you to stay true to that. And if you're going to post something, I want it to be absolutely minimal. Stay as minimal as you are. Okay. So if you're not someone that even regularly posts in general, when you post, it doesn't make sense for you to be posting up, you're going out in this nice dress and you got 30 posts and no. Just post the same. Like if you're going to post something, post it once every, like a week or something like that. Make it natural. And don't post anything crazy that you wouldn't regularly post. So if you don't regularly post your body, don't post your body. Okay? Don't. But if that's something that you have done in the past, if you do like posting your outfits on there, if that's regular, not out of the norm for you, then I want you to do that. And I want you to look as bomb as you possibly can. Okay. I want you to be feeling yourself. but stay true to yourself. Okay. Be natural. This is why I say this is very intricate, and the strategy is going to be very intricate because it's going to be slightly different for each and every one of you, depending on what type of person you are. And by the way, okay, because I think it was Ashley, or was it Ivy that said, it was Ashley that said you cover everything, right? Because I want to make sure we touch on the social media, because this is going to play a role. I know for the older people, they might not understand how important this is. But for some of you, you might understand how important this is because, this is how we communicate nowadays. So I have to put this in here. So when I'm talking also about posting your fun, I also want you to be posting, what was I going to say? Not just posting yourself in the frequency that you were going to post, but also posting yourself doing the type, okay, how do I explain this? Doing the type of things that you would regularly be doing, okay? Right? Don't try to switch it up totally and make it seem as if like don't do a 180. Okay? Stay true to yourself, stay true to who you are, stay true to your character, that you don't, it doesn't seem like you're doing something completely different just for the sake of like him. Okay? You give him nothing when you post. Nothing in the way that you post. You make it seem like it's all about you. And if he responds to your post, what do? You ignore it. You ignore it. Okay. Monica says, what about not posting at all? Yes, you can not post at all. But the thing about it is okay, how do I say this? You do want to make yourself seem like you're enjoying your life, which is going to help stimulate him missing you and the fact that you're unbothered. But this is why I say you have to stay true to yourself, because if you're not someone that regularly posts your life or posts on social media, posting stories or whatever, then this would seem unnatural. That was the other thing that I was going to say. It just jogged my memory. The other thing that I was going to tell you guys, very important, that you also should be posting on whatever platform that you regularly post on. Okay? I know this seems super complicated and it's like, well, why since when are we doing all this? This is how we live in 2024. So this has to be part of the strategy. You post on whatever platform that you're regularly on. If you're a Snapchat girly, which you shouldn't be a Snapchat girly if you're a member of the Players Club, but if you're a Snapchat girly, then post it on Snapchat. If you're a WhatsApp girly, post it on WhatsApp. If you're a Facebook girly, post it on there. If you're an Instagram person like me, you post it on there. Okay? That way, it's as natural as possible, and it doesn't seem like you're doing it because of him. You don't give him no type of ego boost. Okay? Shania says, what's wrong with being a Snapchat girly? Go on my YouTube page and rewatch some of my live shows, and you'll see why being a Snapchat girly is not good. Okay? It doesn't serve what you're trying to do at all. Okay? Sammy says, y'all still on Facebook? No judgment. I'm sure we don't age shame here. We have lots of different age ranges that watch the show. Okay. So some people are on the older side, you know what I mean? Still youthful, but they like Facebook and that's what they enjoy. Some of us are Instagram people. Some of us are Snapchat people, right? Some of us are even WhatsApp people. And I know everyone has their different app that has the chokehold on them. Okay, so that's why I need to mention that, because that's a very important thing that you need to realize it's gonna make it seem unnatural if you're posting in places that you don't regularly post. It's gonna make it seem as if you're bothered or something, like you're trying to prove a point. You don't want to make it seem like you're trying to prove a point. You just want to make it seem like you're enjoying your life, as if you've forgotten about him and you've moved on with your life, not as if you're trying to prove to him that you're doing so much better, type of thing. You following me? Does that make sense? Now, do you guys have any questions about what we just discussed? Okay, because I know the social media one is a little bit complicated. So some of you might have a little bit more questions about that. But do you guys have any questions about anything else? So we talked about muting, no reply, avoiding parties, occupying your mind, and then also posting your fun. Okay? Right? Ashley says, you're a tease, why share your Snapchat then? I'm actually trying to, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out how to turn the show into, like, put the show, you know, like those Snapchat shows that be on the side there. I'm trying to figure out how to get my show on there and my clips on there. So that's why I'm fooling around with some stuff on there. Okay. When do you reply to his message? So this is what I'll say. For those of you that are trying to, obviously the title of the show is How to Make a Man Miss You. But we also have to come to the realization, like, what's the end goal? So you want to make him miss you, but also, why do you want to make him miss you? Is it because you want him to come back humble and you want him to treat you the right way? If that's the case, then you make him miss you until he comes to you ready to make an adjustment and make a change and acknowledge what he did wrong, and be prepared to actually build this relationship with you the proper way. So that's kind of what you're waiting for more, if you want like actual tangible stuff to go by. Now, for those of you that you just want to make a guy regret losing you, right? And you just want to never really speak to him again. You just want him to feel bad about the fact he doesn't have access to you. Then you can do this and then just never ever speak to him again. And then just know that you won the battle of, you know, he realized your value and he realized what he missed out on, and that he's never going to get access to you again. And he has to live with that pain. So then you would never reply. Okay. Right. But I always say, in whatever scenario you're talking about, even if you want him to be humble and come back to you properly, I would advise you to give it at the very least a month of you not talking to him, not whatevering to him. And then you can, you know, that's when things will really start kicking in, where he'll really start missing you, and he'll really start questioning things, and he'll really start begging. You know what I mean? And also, I want you to gauge it based on how is he continuing to beg after 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or is it now becoming a little bit sparse? Okay, so you kind of have to feel that out, right? Right around that 3 week mark to a month mark, that's when guys start getting really desperate and they start saying to themselves, okay, I must have really messed up here. Okay, so it depends a little bit on your situation, which is why I want to be delicate and try to explain to you guys the nuance. Okay, right? ABC says, my situation has me cooked and down bad for him. I ghosted him twice for over a month. Now he told me he likes someone else. How do I fix this mess? You do nothing. You do nothing, ABC. I know that sounds painful, but you do nothing because you don't need him to like you. And that's the realization that you have to come to. You don't need him to like you, and you don't need him to appreciate you. And if he's going to give his attention and a validation to another girl, that's cool. That's perfectly fine with you. A lot of times, guys, see, the thing is, a guy that knows you'll easily be triggered will tell you that to trigger you, to get you back on the offensive. Okay, right? Right? Think about it. Why would a guy that is actively trying to date you be telling you that he likes someone else? If he really likes the other girl that much, then why not just go be with that other girl? Why tell you that he likes this other girl? Unless he's trying to trigger you and get you back on the offensive. I tell you guys all the time, relationships, people say, oh, why do they have to be so complicated? At the end of the day, I don't make the rules, but I will give you the strategy. And it's a battle of control, okay? Whoever has control and information is the one that's going to be winning, okay? So if you're not the one with control and you're losing your mind and you're triggered by all the things that he's going to do to you, you'll be the one getting control, okay? And so that's one of those things that guys will do. If they see that they're losing control, they're going to be trying to do things and build their strategies up to gain their control back, or to trigger you, get you back on the offensive. Right? Does that make sense? ABC says, he shows me he's still physically attracted to me. He definitely triggered me because he ignored me out of nowhere and then tells me this after. See, that is a perfect sign that he only did it to get his power back. I talked to you guys about how to get your power back, but that's one of the ways guys will attempt to get their power back. He just told you that he likes another girl, and then he said, goodbye. I don't want to talk to you no more. What do you think that does for him? He gets to feel like, oh, now you're going to chase after me. And so when you start chasing after him, or your anxiety starts building the way it already has, now he has you exactly where he wants you, back on the offensive, right? Does that make sense? Right? Cornell says, what if it's the talking stage and you just want him to miss you? How long should you, let me go back up. It says, how long should you, the no reply go? Okay. If it's a talking stage, I would probably say, if you want, see, this is the thing. If you want him to miss you and it's a talking stage and it's very early on, this is where you have to be strategic, because obviously if you're in a talking stage and you've only been talking for 2 weeks and then you disappear for 2 months, he's not going to be invested enough to stick around for the 2 months. So this is where you guys need to take control of the reins, and I can't give you a concrete answer because the answer will be based on your specific situation. So for example, if you're in a relationship with a guy for 2 years that you want to miss you, yes, taking 2 weeks or 3 weeks is not going to make him magically, you just disappear from his mind and he's never going to speak to you ever again. He's definitely going to reach out to you still. But if you're only talking to a guy for a week and you want a guy that you've been talking to for a week to miss you, and then you spend a month not talking to him, well, then that's not gonna correlate, and that's not gonna make sense. And he's not gonna. Why would he be sticking around, reaching out to you when he's only known you for a week and only went on one date with you? Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is where you have to take the onus and take the reins and be smart enough to decipher, how am I going to apply this to my own specific situation? Okay. The concepts still apply, but how the length of time is going to apply specific to my own situation. You understand what I'm saying? Someone says, what about a year? Even see, this is the thing too, even a year's time, that also depends. What is the status of your actual relationship? Are you dating the person after a year? Have you only been friends with benefits after a year? Have you been going on dates after a year? What transpired and the reason that you're trying to make him miss you? You have to be able, I know that all you guys want me to give you a cookie cutter answer that applies perfectly to your situation. And all you have to do is write it down exactly like how I say it. And then you get to go and just be a robot and repeat exactly what I said to do and act exactly how I told you to act. The problem with that is you're not using your critical thinking skills to understand why this concept applies, how it applies, and how you can implement it in a variety of different situations. Because if you're only thinking about how you can do exactly what I said, exactly in the way that I said it, and you don't know how to adjust the concept for your specific situation, well, then I just become a crutch to you. And I'm not actually helping you get anywhere past just solving the one specific situation, specifically exactly how it's meant to be solved. And then you'll have an error code if anything goes awry or is slightly off or different from what I said. Okay, I don't want to put you in a position where I'm a crutch to you and you're thinking, well, if Tomisin doesn't tell me how to dress in the morning, if Tomisin doesn't tell me how to do my hair, if Tomisin doesn't tell me what bracelets to wear and what shoes to wear and what underwear to put on, I'll have no idea what I should be doing. I don't want that for you. Okay, I want to help you and give you strategies that you can take for the rest of your life and implement in a variety of different ways. Okay, I don't want you to lean on me for your entire life. Okay, I want you to be able to take some things, you'll learn, but then you're able to apply the concept. Does that make sense? Right? Ashley says it's their job to progress. It's our job to control the pace. I 100% agree. 100% agree. Amira says, just curious, why do guys do that? Why do guys try to trigger you? Is that what you're referring to? Why do guys try to trigger you and to get what they want? It's pretty simple, right? Everyone is fighting to get what they want, which is why when you join the Players Club, you realize how to get what you want from the men. I do the job of giving you the thought process and the way that men approach stuff so that you can take that information and you can get what you want. That's why I exist in your life. Okay. Okay. Shout out to Teddy, because Teddy's ready for it. With that being said, Players Club members, please tell all of the newbies what time it is. Because with that being said, it is a very special time. It's a time where we laugh and we cry. It's a time where for sometimes we feel down in the dumps and we're high in the sky. We feel the bliss of life, and sometimes we feel like our face is full of pie. It's an amazing time, a luxurious time, a sad time, a disappointing time, an interesting time, a seductive time, a time of love, life, and laughter. Nicole said it's my favorite time. Those of you who are new, you don't know, but I'll tell you. Okay. Okay, guys. It is officially Discord time on this Friday afternoon. We're going to get crazy in the Discord today. Okay. For those of you who are new here and don't know what Discord time is when all the amazing Players Club members get to hop into our Discord, which is titled the Players Club, and they get to ask me questions and the rest of the show questions on their own specific situation and relationship, and ask for advice, where we'll all put our 2 cents in and give advice on the show. We read out these questions in real time. So all these that you see highlighted, I have not read them ahead of time. I don't know the contents of these messages, and I will read them on the spot. Okay, so these are in order based on when they were sent and when they were created. So I'm going down in the queue to answer the people who haven't been answered for the longest amount of time, if you're ever wondering. Okay, so first we have Batty. Batty asks, how do I keep replying? Help. Do I keep replying to my exes or not? Batty says. Okay, Batty, let's get into it. Everyone strap yourselves up. Okay. Hi, Tomisin. I have been following your advice and most say it has helped a lot. Thanks for your good work. Well, of recently, I deleted my WhatsApp account / profile because it was hanging, and I wanted to clear up space because I didn't want to miss important messages from clients and people. Okay. On doing so, the numbers I blocked, which were exes and guys who were trying to play mind games on me, were unblocked, not intentionally. And they started talking to me about why haven't they been seeing my posts. Some were like they missed me and all those stories. Okay, interesting. I replied, what? Why would you reply? Why would you reply? I replied some and didn't reply some. I replied some because I basically didn't know who I was chatting with. Yeah, right. Because their contact wasn't saved with their names. Example, fool. You save someone as fool and then you reply to that person. Example, time waster. You saved someone as time waster and then you responded to that person. I don't know what this person wants. You saved someone as I don't know what this person wants and then you responded to that person. Let's continue. So I forgot who they were. So the ones I didn't reply, I basically started a new business, so they had access to seeing my new business posts and all that. And if you want to ask why I didn't block them, I don't block them again, it's because I had taken the time to heal myself and basically don't care about them anymore, or even if they care about being in a relationship anymore with them. Like I don't just care enough to put in my energy to block them. Again, basically excluding the black cat energy. Okay. So I think since I wasn't responding to their messages, they started replying to my business posts. What? Like asking how much a certain item. They were asking how much for a certain item. Okay. Or acting as if they were interested in getting a certain item, which kind of got on my nerves because whenever I replied, they would not say anything about getting the item anymore. And they would say, oh, sorry, I was just seeing their messages. Yeah, because they didn't want the item. They wanted you. So I just wanted to know if I should stop responding to them in general. You're confused if you should or not? Even if they act like they want to get an item, I shouldn't actually respond, or should I still respond as a customer service? You're actually asking this. As a customer service would, because we never know who might want to get an item in real life, and I don't want to lose out on the money irrespective of if they were an ex or not. Batty. Respect that you're starting a new business and a new business venture, but let's listen. I know that you want to sell your items, but I can assure you, the 3 people saved under fool, time waster, and I don't know what this person wants, I can assure you your business will thrive without selling them those items. I can assure you. That if your business is hanging on to by the thread that these three people, fool, time waster, and I don't know what this person wants, are the most valuable customers to you, that you got to keep an open line of communication to hopefully, if they want to purchase something, I think then you need to reevaluate your business plan there. Okay. I think that your business will do plenty well if they don't have access to purchasing an item from you. Okay. I'm not going to make fun of you because I get what you're trying to ask, but what you're actually asking is very silly, because you have blocked those people for a reason. You have saved those people under those names for a reason. And so the idea that now that you have a business, that means you should unblock them and then see if they want to buy an item. No, just be for real. It's been some time and now you're maybe not as mad anymore. And if they're going to hit you up, you kind of want to see if they're what's going on with them or what they're about. You'll entertain it. You're open to it. Let's just be for real. Because if someone really hurts you so bad that you're like, I never want anything to do with that person, whether or not you are selling a business, whether you owned a Fortune 500 company, you wouldn't unblock them for the possibility that they might purchase something from you. They've seen your items already, and in the process of them seeing your items, they still haven't been interested enough to actually purchase something. I'm not sure what makes you think that one of these days they're going to magically come to the realization that they want to purchase something now. So the answer to your question, block them again, and don't ever unblock them. You block them for a reason. Clearly you're done with that situation and you're done with those people, and you don't need them for your business to run. So don't talk to them. Pretty simple. Okay. Next we have, let's see, after baddie, we have, let's see. We have so many. Tropical says he likes me too much. Interesting. Tropical says, I have a guy who brings me flowers every time he sees me. Oh, are you going to flex now? You're going to flex on the rest of the chat? He's super sweet and kind, and he's only been in one relationship in life. You're flexing? And he seems to need a lot of reassurance. He will chase and be giving all his all, but I'm not sure if I like him because he's almost too nice. Am I toxic? Should I give him a chance and learn to love him? Did you just flex on the chat? You tried to flex on them? Okay, no, in all seriousness, Tropical, this is one of the the problem you're facing is not an uncommon problem. It's that when you become really used to being in relationships where you got to chase around a whole bunch of Scooby-Doo clues, and you got to figure out this, and you got to figure out this girl that he's talking to, and figure out that girl that he's talking to, and you got to put this together and that together and this clue together. It takes up a lot of your time, energy, brain space, and brain power. And you become accustomed to having to spend that much time and energy on a guy. And so when you actually get into a relationship where it doesn't require you to spend that much time and energy, you feel like this becomes uninteresting. Why? Because your life is uninteresting outside of whatever your relationship is. So if your relationship's not taking up so much of your time and brain power, then it feels like things are boring because you have no hobbies or passions of your own as an individual that you can focus your time and energy on. You're used to your relationship bringing you so much stress that you've never actually bothered to invest in yourself. But now that you're in a place where your relationship doesn't require you to have so much stress and thought power and focus, you feel like your life is boring because you haven't been investing into yourself. So my actual advice to you would be I get how you feel, but I don't think this has anything to do with him. I think it more has to do with the fact that you haven't found your thing yet that you can invest your time and energy into outside of the relationship that will bring your life fulfillment and meaning, that you don't need the drama to come from your relationship, because you'll have drama in your everyday life with whatever it is that you're pursuing or that you're doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? When you have real stress in your everyday life and what you're doing, you won't need that stress to come from your relationship. But when you become accustomed to the only stress in your life coming from your relationship, and then you don't have that, you're going to feel like your life is really mundane and boring and uninteresting. When it's not the fault of your relationship, it's the fault that you haven't found anything to invest your time or energy in that would require any attention outside of a boy. Okay, because you just finished saying that he's giving you everything that you want. He gives you reassurance and everything is great, but it's just he's too nice. What do you want me to do for you then? What adjustment is meant to be made? You've got to find a way to make your life fulfilling where you don't need him to be toxic or treat you horribly for you to feel like something's going on in your life. That's like a you thing. That's not like a him thing. You get what I'm saying? Not that you're a bad person because you feel this way, but that's the only way you'll ever be able to be happy in a relationship with someone that treats you properly. The only other option aside from that, what I just mentioned, is you go back to being in a relationship with a toxic guy where you'll have to chase him around for every single Scooby-Doo clue and you'll be super stressed out. That's the only way you're going to feel whole and fulfilled. Unless you find something to bring your life fulfillment, find some passion and hobby that you can actually have fulfillment in your life outside of your relationship, that you don't need it to be your relationship to be the thing stressing you out. Okay. So next we have here, let's see. Right. Let me see. Big L. Okay. Situationship became a relationship. Okay. Let's see. Hello there. I am 30. I've been with a guy who's 25. At first, we just started as friends because both of us were not looking for anything serious. Plus, he told me he has a girlfriend in his country. I think I read that wrong. He has a girlfriend in his country. Where is this going? Which he didn't see for a few years now. LOL. We both live in a foreign country, so we've known each other for 1.5 years and been casually involved. Okay. I started, of course, to develop romantic feelings for him and told him about it. Basically, telling him about it basically did everything wrong. Or sorry, I told him about it and basically did everything wrong. So, okay. We stopped communicating for a few months, but somehow we started seeing each other again. So it's been real messy. He told me many times that he doesn't look for anything serious, but recently, all of a sudden, he told me that I am his girlfriend. Am I confused? Maybe I'm confused. I might have missed a part. I might have. I think something doesn't, I think you meant say add up here. Huh. Okay. Like how he just changed his mind, not logical, because he is still thinking, he is still talking to his other girlfriend. What are you doing here? Big L? What are you doing here? Also, what are you expecting here? Okay? What are you expecting from a man with a girlfriend? You're expecting princess treatment from a man with a girlfriend? What are you expecting here? And told me she knows about me. Wow. And accepts that he is a polygamist. This took a turn that I did not expect. I was not expecting that at all. Sorry, I'm really just trying to take it in. I said it's BS. So she told you that. I'm not sure what's happening here. So what can be the reason he is telling me this? And what's going on here? LOL. Thanks for your in advance. Big L. I'm glad your name is Big L because you're taking a big L. What are you doing? What are you doing? Who cares what his girlfriend said, that they're polygamist? If you're not a polygamist, get the hell out of there. Get the hell out of there. Okay? Because you have nothing to do here. Unless okay. I'm not going to be mean. Unless he is planning on making you his sole girlfriend and he is a single man, you should not be thinking or spending any time around that man in any capacity whatsoever. Why? Because it's absolutely pointless for you to do so. I don't know how to break it down for you, but if he already has a girlfriend, you will never be a priority in his life. I don't care what okay. I'm not going to judge how people choose to live their life. So if polygamy is what they choose to do with their life, that's fine. If you enjoy the polygamy and that's how you choose to live your life, that's perfectly fine. Okay. But what I'm going to say to that is if you don't want polygamy, then literally walk away. I don't even understand what you're asking, because if this doesn't work for you, then why are you questioning what he means? What's the meaning of it? Doesn't matter. He has a girlfriend. If you don't like that he has a girlfriend and you don't want to do polygamy, walk away. Nothing else matters. There's no need to interpret his words or interpret his actions or interpret this or interpret that. Just walk away. I hate to make it seem like it's that simple, but honestly, it's that simple. Okay, I always tell you all, think about first what you want and desire, like what you're looking for in a man and in a relationship. And then all you have to do when you're in that relationship is answer this question for yourself. Based on what I've observed and learned about you, are you the person that I would want to be in a relationship with for the rest of my life or not? The simple answer will be yes or no. And if the answer is no, then you leave that man in the dust and you walk away from the You can make your life so simple when you first think about what you want instead of this is making my brain hurt. Why are you a man with a girlfriend? Why are you at all concerned with what his intentions are, why he's doing this and why he's doing that and what he wants from you? It doesn't matter. What do you want out of a relationship? If it's not polygamy, it's done. End of story. He doesn't get access to you. Why are you wasting your time trying to figure out how you can be the girl that he wants and to be with and be in a relationship with? You're just being a pick-me-sha, okay? You're oh my God. And it's so embarrassing. It's very embarrassing. You will never get anything that you want this way. My advice to you is to leave this situation where it is. Leave that man with his girlfriend and walk away where you can build new relationships, because I don't think there's anything for you unless you're into polygamy, okay? That honest truth. Next we have here, let's see. Next we have Madison. Okay. Oh God. Chat, you see the title. You know this is not going to be good. Dealing with an athlete. Oh God, chat. I gotta take a drink. We already know how this is gonna go. Let's all buckle up. Buckle up your seatbelts here. Okay. Madison says, dealing with an athlete. An athlete DM'd me. You're 30. He's 27. Okay, so he's in his prime. Let's continue. And asked to take me out on a date. That was your first mistake, honestly. You're old enough to know, because your first mistake. We met during a social weekend in Vegas and hung out for 2 days with friends, but not a one-on-one date. Huh? A weekend in Vegas, and you didn't even go on a one-on-one date. because there was a lot going on. Yeah, aight. We got along well. The last night I slept in his bed, but he didn't touch me. Let's see if that continues. Opposite sides of the bed. I mean, do you sleep on the same sides of the bed? Okay. We flew back home. So you guys went to Vegas. Okay, anyways, let's go on. We live in different states. He didn't reach out to me. I was shocked because he seemed sweet and I consider myself to be a catch as well. Okay. I tried 2 times to reach out. Mistake. Why would you do that? He knows that he just went on a date with you and he saw you for 2 days in Vegas and he slept in the same bed as you. Do you think that he forgot about you? Why are you reaching out to him? What is that supposed to do? Stop trying to stimulate guys to like you by doing something. Do nothing. Each time he told me he was planning to come to my state and how excited he was to see me. How excited he was to penetrate you is what he actually meant to say. I'll translate that for you, okay? I'll do the work for you. So when he said how excited he is to see you, he actually meant to say how excited he is to penetrate your squirtle, okay? Penetrate you deeply with your legs behind your head. That's what he actually meant to say, okay? He seemed very interested and genuine. So I'll translate this for you as well. He was very interested and genuinely wanted to get inside your squirtle, okay? And he wanted to make you spray fluids everywhere. That's what he genuinely wanted to do, get you to spray fluids everywhere, okay? After 6 months, he tells me he is flying here for work and wants to see me. Okay, no, what he's trying to do is he's trying to establish you as that girlfriend in that city, okay? That's what he wants to do. So you're going to be his girlfriend whenever he comes to that city and you'll just stay put and wait for him when he goes on his road trips to other places. Anyways, let's go on. When he gets here, we go out to eat a bowl with his friend and a girl who his friend brought. So actually, I'll tell you what this actually is. This is actually like a 2-man. This is the pre-stages of a 2-man, okay? Let's not play games here because the girl that his friend brought is not his girlfriend, okay? This is a 2-man. At dinner, he told the friend I was the one playing and I was not reaching out or going to see him, and that's how all this time went by. Yeah, sounds good in theory. Yeah, it sounds good in theory. He seemed very interested in me. No, he was interested in getting inside you. Okay, let's go on. Body language and making future plans and activities for us. Okay, let's see. He said he wanted to spend the rest of the summer with me traveling. What? Doesn't he have his sport to play? Or maybe he's off for the summer? But I can, okay. Anyways, let's go on. I won't even tell you that he's lying or anything like that. Let me not make an assumption. I agreed. He kept saying I was playing and probably not interested in him. It's like a little game that guys play. Trust me, I know that one. I felt gaslit because I was the one trying and he was the one not following through. Like I said, it's a game. So basically what he's trying to do is he's trying to get you to start chasing after him. So the more he continues to say that, you see, as you're denying it, you're going to start thinking, okay, so then I should be texting you. I should be calling you every day. I should be hitting you up saying, let's hang out. Let's go on this date. Let's go on that date, right? Because you're going to feel like I have to prove you wrong and show you that I'm actually interested in you. It's actually this is a slick trick. This is actually a new age one. So the older people might not be as familiar with this one. This is a new age one where guys understand that you're more empowered in today's society. So because you're more empowered, when they tell you things like, oh, you're playing with me because you're not interested in me and I want you, but you're the one that's not allowing this thing to move forward, they know that you're likely, if you actually like them, you're likely to take some initiative now and push this thing forward. So what does he have to do? Nothing. He gets to be the girl while you pursue him. So it's very slick. After a fun night, I stayed at his hotel. And you see, when you're like this too, and when you're in this state, you feel like you should say yes to more things, because if you say no to more things, then you're confirming that you're not that interested. It's very slick. He didn't kiss me, yet alone anything else. He said how much he liked me. I was his type, and he wanted to start me to start spending time with him. We slept holding hands. Aw, so romantic. Next day, we went out again, and I came over. The same thing. He didn't kiss me. This is actually very, this is a dedicated acting job that he's playing, because he's playing that role right of what he presented to you, okay? He didn't kiss me. I thought it was respectful, but also confused because I never had a man not try to kiss me. Thoughts? This is a strategy. And I'll be honest with you. I've used this strategy myself, so I know that this is a strategy. When you make a girl seem like, hey, I'm interested in you, but you're the one not interested in me, and you're the one that's holding us back from being able to build this thing. Now, if he plays the role right, he can sit back and relax, and you basically are in a position where you feel pushed to make the first move. And if he just stays put and doesn't make the first move, he keeps the role of being like, oh, I'm so interested in you, but you're not interested in me. So until you make the first move on me, that's how you show me that you're interested. It's a very slick one. Very slick one. This is advanced stuff, okay? I haven't heard from him since. It's been 3 weeks. He's basically he's flipping the script on you, so you're going to have to press him now. This is why he's doing this. What do I make of this? We followed each other on IG. I'm the only woman he follows. Just 100 men. Okay, that's fair. He broke up with his ex 8 months ago, by the way. Should I like his posts or no? What? I want him. In a perfect world, he's my type. When together, everything's perfect. When he leaves, it's like nothing happened. How do I proceed? Was this more? Okay, yeah, this is more. If he does text me another 6 months from now, how would I proceed? Should I tell him I'm being intentional and I'm no longer interested because he doesn't seem to be? Should I act unbothered? If he asked me to fly to go see him, should I? I want to see him, but I don't want to give him premature access to me by sleeping over again or wasting time. Is there a way to flip this situation? Thank you so much. I think you said also, normally I can read my situation as it is, but this one really confuses me. I can understand a man hyping me up to try to sleep with me, but he didn't even try to sleep with me. He's actually playing the role of it well, right? So he's putting you in a position where your only choice is to start pursuing him, okay? And when you start pursuing him, you're gonna end up sleeping with him in your pursuit of him. It's that's why I said it's kind of new age stuff, because in this new age, so some of the guys, they want the princess treatment and they want to be pursued instead. So he's kind of putting you in a position where you feel the need to pursue him. And look, think about it. He's not, for those of you that may be like, oh no, that's not that. He's just a shy guy. But think about it. He's literally not messaging you, right? And not talking to you in the time that you guys aren't together, right? You said when you're together, he's your type. When you're together, everything's good. When he leaves, it's like nothing happened. So he doesn't reach out. He doesn't speak to you. He doesn't chat to you about anything. So he's not doing any pursuing. He's just sitting back, relaxing, waiting for you to chase him. Okay? So you have to acknowledge there's there's a strategy there, because when you start chasing him, you'll be the one pursuing the entire time. So what does he get to do? He gets to be the one getting the princess treatment. I'm just being honest with you, okay? And he's willing to wait it out. You know what I mean? When I was in his bed, he didn't try to sleep with me. We just spoke all night. And no, I don't smell funny or anything like that. I wouldn't have assumed that. He was just being overly respectful. No spooning, just face-to-face breathing in each other's air. My friend said his actions were like if he had a girlfriend. If he was dating someone, I'm thinking he would not follow me when he's not following a single female, because it'd be obvious to his girl if he had one. Okay, fair. That's fair. He would also say a lot of things like, oh, I'm surprised that you even like me. I know guys are all over you and you can have your choice of men. Okay. I'm decently popular myself. So then why hype me up and make it seem like you damn near want to pursue a relationship with me in person and make statements and then only to ghost me for the second time? Because it's not that important. Sorry, this man is just too fine and finally an athlete that I'm attracted to that doesn't give me F-boy vibes. Okay, I won't say anything. Okay. Here's the thing though, is if he's not motivated enough to pursue you, what are you supposed to do? Pursue him? What type of relationship will you be having with the man that you have to pursue? I just don't. And you see, you're already starting to build this mind. I can tell by the way that you're sending this message. You're already starting to build up this mindset that I have to be with you. You're finally the one for me. So I need to make this work with you, whatever way that this will work. I gotta figure this out. So once you start having that mindset, you're gonna start feeling like, F it. If you're not gonna do it, if you're not gonna pursue me, I'm gonna pursue you. It might not happen right away, but it'll happen slowly but surely, because your desire to want to be with him specifically will increase over time, and then you'll ongoing start to do more and more and more to just make this happen, even if you see that he's not making it happen, right? Because you're saying, you were like, where'd you say it? Sorry, this man is just too fine. Is just so fine to me, and finally an athlete that I'm attracted to, right? So you're already of the mind state, it has to be you. Regardless of what the situation or circumstance is, I have to be with you. You're the one. Now that you're in that mind frame, regardless of what shape the relationship takes place in or as, you're going to say, I have to make this work. You're going to be the pursuer. Watch. That doesn't give me F-boy vibes. Other than this whole situation, I'm even more confused because his demeanor is that of an innocent, sweet guy. Does the situation change when dealing with a highly sought after celebrity, high paid athlete when it comes to the rules of do nothing? See, this is why I haven't read this ahead of time. Exactly what I just said. You're already there, right? You're already asking me if you should do more now, right? That, what I know that do nothing works for the guys who are regular, or do nothing works for most other guys, but this guy's a special situation and I've got to make it work with this guy. So do you think doing nothing is the right thing, or should I do some more thing? Should I put on my maid outfit? Should I get on my hands and knees and start scrubbing the floor and show him that I can scrub the floor squeaky clean? Should I get my mouth nice and warm and ready? Should I get my hands out? Should I get my feet out? Make him feel good? Because this situation is a little bit different. He's one of these special guys, and I got to make it work with this special guy. So maybe doing nothing isn't the answer. Maybe I have to do more to get his attention. Wrong. If you want him to pursue you properly, you do nothing. Do nothing. And if he really wants to pursue you and he really wants to access you, he will do that. I can assure you. I ask because they are being sought after and have so many options. What is that relevance? So think about this logic. Okay. This is what I want. This is what I want to stay with you, Madison. Okay. So will they go elsewhere because they have, they feel, they don't have to work for it. Okay. You said, thank you so much. And your channel's like no one else. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to answer this. Okay. Here's the thing. This is the funniest thing. If you actually think to yourself, everything that I see in this guy, he's attractive. He's got a lot of money. He's got a lot of status, right? If he's an athlete, maybe he's tall, whatever. Every other girl that comes across him also notices those qualities about him, which means those girls probably also realize he's a pretty rare type of guy, which means those other girls will probably also fall into the trap of pursuing him instead because they want it so badly to work out with him. Here's the problem for you. If you want to actually stand out from the crowd of all the other girls that he'll come across, you actually have to go about him a different way than all the other girls will go about him. So you can't be the one pursuing him the same way all the other girls pursue him and expect him to see you as different. But the funny thing about it is, rather than actually thinking about it like that, you're thinking about all the other girls that would want him, and you're thinking about how you have to do more to stand out from those girls. When the reality of it is, standing out from those girls would actually be doing nothing, because all those girls would be the ones also trying to do the most, to be like, pick me, pick me. When everyone's saying pick me, those are all they got all put in the same group and they all get ignored. The only person that actually gets picked is the one not even paying attention to the guy, where he says, no, I want you. All the girls who are raising their hand and scrubbing the floor and putting their maid outfit on, trying to get picked, begging to get picked, those are the girls that literally don't get paid attention to. So if you want to be the girl that actually gets picked, then you have to be the one not paying attention to him, not caring about him, not stressing yourself out about him. As strange and as weird as that sounds. But it seems like you're already growing in your anxiety and you want to start scrubbing the floor. My advice to you is to not do that and leave things where they be, even if it's 6 months. Accept the fact that if he was really that interested in you, it wouldn't take him 6 months to hit you up again. Okay. And you have to be looking for your specific situation, not looking to make it one specific guy. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So that's my advice to you, Madison. Next we have here, let's see. Biscoff, like the cookies. Okay. Did I pee my pen pal off, lover off, and got ghosted? Okay. Let's see if you did, Biscoff. Funny picture here. Yeah, you're a comedian. Can you guys see that picture? It's a Drake. This is half the post because it was too long. Forgive me. So this guy DM'd me on Instagram. I'm 22. He's 27. And we hit it off right off the bat. I was hesitant to give him my number because I didn't feel like I knew him like that. You didn't. But after seeing that we had mutuals, I decided why not. You know, people also had mutual friends with Jeffrey Dahmer. Just saying. Okay. Him looking cute also played a part in it. So it got over to messages. We would text funny memes here and there, but I wouldn't really respond at first, considering I wasn't really looking for anything or to just chat for no apparent reason. Okay. I would like to add a very important detail, which is that I'm from a very specific country in Africa. Okay. This detail is important as he has dated other women from the exact country before. So he has a type. Okay. Even though he's Latino. Moving along, we started talking more, a lot about where I'm from and the food that we make due to him liking the food, etc. We talked about past exes. I don't have any and I'm a virgin, which he knew about. Okay. I enjoyed texting him because we have the exact same humor. No. You text similar humor. That doesn't mean you necessarily have actually the same humor. I really want you guys to never forget that the person you're meeting over the phone is not representative of the actual real life person. Someone can have a specific type of humor over the phone. When you meet them in person, it's very different. I never want you guys to lose sight of that. Okay. You're not meeting the actual person when you're talking to them over the phone. I have to always tell you guys that. A lot of it was fun. Some of it was just us being serious. Like the time he FaceTimed me while he was on a date with the girl. What? Okay. Every time you guys bring something and I'm just confuzzled and I don't understand. And I feel like I'm losing my marbles because I feel like I'm missing something. What are you? I started talking to him. He DM'd me on Instagram. I gave him my number. I said, why not? He was on a date with the girl, so he faced. I don't get it. Chat, do you understand this? I don't get it, man. How old are you? 22? Oh, God. Luckily, I didn't pick up. What? How was that? How was that lucky? Okay. But he sent me pictures from the date and how he didn't like her like that. Are you being for real? Is this meant to be a joke? Or are you being for real? He told you that the girl that he went out on a date with, he didn't like her like that. So that's the plus. You're joking, right? You're messing with me. But that she was itching to hang out with him before she moved. I'll reserve my comments. That girl he was on a date with was 20 years old. He later told me that they kissed. Huh. Interesting. She was itching to hang out and he didn't like her, but somehow they kissed. How old are you again? 22? Yeah, sounds about right. Because they had kissed the first time they met up, according to him, so there wasn't any problem in kissing her again. So they've met up multiple times. The girl that's itching to hang out, they've met up multiple times and kissed multiple times, but he doesn't like her. Sounds about right. How old are you again? Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was weird, but I brushed it off. He apparently ghosted her shortly after because he liked me so much. How old are you again? 22? Okay. We would continue to FaceTime and whatnot. Eventually, it got to the point where he wanted me to come visit him. He lives in the U.S., so you're supposed to buy a $2,000 plane ticket from Africa to the U.S. Okay. You live in Europe. Sorry. I thought that's the country you're from. You live, so still $2,000 plane ticket. He talked about how it was pointless to talk unless the end goal was to meet. I 100% agree being a pen pal is pointless, which I agree with. He even said he could help me pay for my ticket. He has a good job, which is usually true. I did my digging, which is actually, it's actually true. So I messed up. You then go on to say, I have my own money, so that wasn't really a problem for me. Okay, let's see where it goes. He said that he couldn't travel at the moment due to his job. Okay. And that the only way for us to meet was for me to come. He traveled a lot in Europe, so I trusted him with that. What does him traveling a lot in Europe have to do with? Okay. Fast forward, I told him a couple of days after that I wasn't ready for a relationship. What? So when it actually came down to meeting him in real life, you weren't ready? That was partially true, but also because I didn't want to travel to the US. Oh, so you are the issue here. You're the issue here because he's trying to take this from pen pal situation to real life, and you're the one holding this back. Because he did offer to, he didn't offer to pay for it, but he did offer to pay for part of the ticket, right? He could help you pay for the ticket. So it wasn't like he was just saying you put in all the work and you do everything and I'll sit back and relax. He was offering to pay for to pay for part of the ticket when you came, but you were the one that said, no, it's not that serious for me. I just wanted to chat. Hey, if you just want to chat, that's fine, but stay chatting. Chat forever. Chat till you're blue in the face, okay? Now I can say that it was also because maybe he wasn't the one for me. No, it's because you weren't even that serious yourself. You just wanted someone to chat with because you were bored, okay? All the stuff you said, we have the same sense of humor, all that stuff, no, it's not that true. Because if it was that true, you'd actually want to meet him. We stopped talking. I asked him if we could be friends, and he said that he doesn't know about that. I'm actually, you know what? Hey, I'm not here to be too nice to y'all. I'm gonna clap it up for that guy. I have to clap it up for that guy. Because this man, even though he had that foolishness where he was, actually that was kind of you sticking around being a fool, but even after that thing with that other girl, he told you that, look, I'm not here to just casually chit chat with you if we're not going to actually meet each other in person. He at least made it clear to you, like, look, if we're not trying to build something for real, let's get this over with. I'm not here to mess around. And he was like, let's put together a plan so that we can see each other in person. You're the one that backed off and said, actually seeing each other in person, I don't really know about that. And he said, whoa, if you're not here to see me in person, then I'm wasting my time. And he immediately cut you off. Because why would he waste his time when you've made it clear that you're unserious about meeting each other in person? You see, I want you guys to be paying attention to this because I want you guys to see what it looks like when a guy is actually trying to like push things forward and what it looks like when a guy is not. This, as crazy as it sounds, this guy is actually one of the guys trying to push things forward. He's actually being intentional. And remember, I told you guys before, especially when it comes to these long distance relationships, a guy that actually wants to see you and you're in a long distance relationship, he will be hyper fixated on seeing you in person. It'll be like he cannot get this out of his mind. He cannot stop talking about it. He cannot stop mentioning it and trying to figure out how he can see you in person. This is what I try to explain to you all, because you guys seem to not, some of you seem to not understand when a guy's sitting back, relaxing in a long distance relationship and he doesn't seem that pressed about seeing you in person. It's because he has another situation going on. And the guys that actually are genuine about building a relationship with you, they will be pressed to see you in person or to make some sort of plan on when they're going to see you in person. Okay. You then go on to say he texted me a while after that, and it was just on a friendly tone. We would call FaceTime, and I would get the sense that there was some romantic tension going on, because he's probably saying to himself, "Where's this going?" And now he wasn't talking to other women by choice because the other girl he wanted dropped him. Wow. He was referring to me. Oh, okay. Well, I was stupid and backtracked on what I said. I was not standing on business, and I told him about how I was thinking about him and still only wanted him. But you can't go to see him? Mind you, at this time, I had already went out on a date with the guy in my area. See, this is the thing. You know, in your heart, you're not that serious about a guy that lives across the world from you. So just be for real with yourself and date the guys in your area. I try to be explaining to you guys are the same everywhere. Okay. The guys that are in Costa Rica are the same as the guys in Nigeria, are the same as the guys in South Africa, are the same as the guys in Ethiopia, are the same as the guys in Europe or the USA or London or France or wherever. So if you know that you're not into into someone that you really want to go across the world and see them, just date someone from your area. Don't waste your time, and don't waste that person's time, because it's just pointless. And just didn't like me that because of this other 27-year-old man that lives a million miles away. He's 27. He told me that he also liked me and wanted me, but there wasn't anything he could do about it since I couldn't come to see him. Fair. So we left it at just being friends again. Fair. The day after, I posted a song lyric from this rapper who I was messing around with like a year ago. What? Because he hit me up again. After posting the lyrics, he swiped up and said I was moving funny. Does he know that you messed around with that rapper? I think he said that because I had mentioned to this guy to him prior, and how we used to talk. So he knows that you messed around with this rapper. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I won't comment. So he then continues to say that he just thought it was funny that I posted that, nothing more. But moving funny literally has a different connotation. No, I just think that I think he thinks that you're trying to be slick by either you're posting his song posting his song lyric to get his attention, like the rapper's attention, or you're posting his song lyric to get the guy's attention to just kind of like irk him because he knows that you slept, or we'll say you messed around with that rapper. Literally has a different connotation. Well, we made up and I guess FaceTimed again. Okay. So then you said, I suspected that he's been talking to at least another girl because he sent me his FaceTime log. Why would he do that? Anyways, I don't know. And I saw a name I've never heard him mention before. Why do you care? You don't even want to really be in a relationship with this guy. My nosy self did some digging and I found out that it's a pretty girl from his area. Why do you care? You're not going to be in his area ever. She actually graduated from the same college as him. Why do you care? You're not going to be in the same area as him anyways. And they're of the same ethnicity and they're both Christians, which seem to fit. What do you care for this for? He was also all up in her likes, so I kind of figured. Still, I wasn't going to crash out and act like a dummy. Crash out and do what? Call him and yell over the phone? You ain't going to go see him in person. And ask why he's talking to other women because we were really never together. Are you actually for real? Or is this a joke? What type of delusional talk are you talking right now? I kind of shot myself in the foot because because multiple times by telling him we should be friends and then backtracking on the same statement. Oh, at least you know how silly you look. Well, even after knowing about this girl, we would still FaceTime. He would tell me he liked me and found me intriguing one time. He got drunk and now he has a soft spot for me. Let me let you in on a little secret. He chats with you whenever it's convenient for him, and then he actually sleeps with the girls that he wants to sleep with. You're in La La Land. Okay? But let's go on. A day after that, I was out and got drunk myself. We were texting throughout the night, and I asked him jokingly if he wanted to see my rooster. Oh my God. 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 Ah! Okay. Let's okay. Oh God. I just so you spread your legs wide open for him on video call. That's great. He said, "Yeah, show me." So I sent him the two guys I just recently started entertaining. Oh, sorry. I thought you said rooster, not roster. But so he said, "Yeah, show me." And I sent him the two guys I also started entertaining. He literally just went completely ghost on me and never replied. Honestly, I thought you meant rooster as in if you spread your legs, but saying roster is just as bad. Because I'm trying to figure out what is the purpose here. I actually thought she meant rooster. So I thought she spread her legs. I thought she said rooster, sorry. But I just don't understand. Like, I get you're trying to make him jealous, but like, what are you doing here? He literally just went completely ghost and never replied. He still watches my stories, tries to avoid them, but he ends up still watching them. He is still active on other social media platforms, so I know he's seen my message and just doesn't want to reply. I guess my reason is why. What? Okay. I didn't read that one wrong. What are you doing? Chat, it's okay. Please, okay, maybe I don't understand women logic. What is she doing here? I don't understand. You just sent him something to pee him off, and you're wondering why he's peed off? I don't get it. I don't get it. I haven't texted him since that night, which was Friday, and I have no plans in seeming desperate by texting him and asking why he's ignoring me. I at least try to have some dignity. Yeah. I guess my question is, where did I go wrong? How am I wrong for entertaining others when he's doing the same most likely? Okay, I just don't understand what the purpose of any of this that you're doing is. Like, you're living your life so purposeless. What is the point of talking to a guy that lives thousands of miles away from you that you never intend to see in real life? Like, I get to also he's wasting a lot of his time, but you're the one sending me this question. So I ask you, what is the purpose of any of this? You're going back and forth with a guy that you don't even you don't even care enough to see in real life. And you're asking me questions about why he's doing this and why he's doing that. Why do you care? Why don't you just date guys in your area and not worry about this guy? You're worrying about a guy that if I told you, yo, go see him right now, you're like, what is the point? The guys I sent him were visibly more attractive than he is, so maybe that annoyed. Who cares? I don't know. I haven't watched any of his stories, but he is on a mini vacation now. Who cares? I'm trying to be as laid back and unbothered as I can be. Who cares? There were many red flags that I garnered about this man. Said that he would date as young as a 20-year-old because of our quote. Oh, you're telling me all the red flags? Honestly, I'm going to skip these because who cares? You're not going to see that man in person, okay? He lives with one of his parents. Who cares? You're not seeing him in person. Follows a bunch of women. Who cares? You're not going to see him in person. he eats, makes the S, what? Makes me S word. What? What? Follows a bunch of women. A lot of them don't follow him back. He was very actual with me. Talked about how much he wanted to F me, eat my behind. Make me S word. Make you squirt. Make your squirtle squirt. I was playing into some of it. Oh, so you were dirty talking with him. But it was like, whoa, at least for me. Said he'd only marry within his own ethnicity, very specific African country. Hint, where Ruby Rose is from, that's Ethiopia. Yeah, Ethiopian women, they have big backside, so that's probably why he likes Ethiopian women, okay? I found that odd considering that was a very specific African country. I just told you Ethiopian women have big backsides. That's why he said that. Someone non-African to pick, as well as there is a lot of featureism that plays in that. Yeah, we both know, okay? I'm speaking as someone who benefits from that same featureism, by the way. So you're basically saying I have a huge dump truck, just like all the other Ethiopian and East African women have huge dump trucks. Okay, yeah, that's what you're saying. Okay, I get it. Now, honestly, the rest of this post, while I appreciate everything that you said, honestly, none of it matters. Okay, I appreciate that you sent your message and you were trying to be concise and detailed, but truthfully, none of what you said matters. Why? Because you're not going to go see him in person anyways. He made you an offer for you to come see him. He made you an offer to help pay for the plane ticket, right? And to pitch in that you could come see him and you guys could spend some in-person time together. He probably has a big boy job, so he can't just leave his job and come see you, but he still wanted to see you. And as soon as he applied that pressure to you, you weren't about nothing. So after that, really, there's no conversation to be had. And he did the right thing by pulling away and not talking to you. Obviously, you were kind of still wanted to talk to him and things like that, and then he re-entertained it. But it was a complete waste of both of your time. You're not planning on seeing him at all, and he's probably not going to come to Ethiopia. So absolute waste of your time, absolute waste of your life force and your energy and your brain power. I don't know why you continue to do it, and I don't know why you're even wondering about what he's thinking or what he wants when you're not going to see him in person. It makes no sense. It's just all a waste of your time. All of that time and energy that you're putting in trying to figure a guy out that you're never going to meet would be better spent invested in yourself. Truthfully, you could be doing so many other better, interesting, amazing things with your time and your energy than chasing after this guy. But you probably won't do that. You'll probably still talk to him because when you're a pen pal and you're addicted that deep, you can't help yourself. So let's get for real. You're going to, after this show, after you hear my advice, you're going to go back to doing what you're doing. You're going to go back to wasting your time like you've been wasting your time. And you're just going to talk to him endlessly until one day he actually fully cuts you off and gets his own girlfriend. Okay, so I guess it's all for nothing. Anyways, that's the show for today. And until we meet again on Monday, if you didn't get a chance to send your question in, okay, and you want to send your question in and you're on the TikTok show, or you're on the TikTok live stream, please head over into the my link in my bio where you can send your question in and you can ask it in the relationship advice section. Now answer your question live on the show. If you're on YouTube, just go down in the link in the description and I will you go into the relationship advice section now, answer your question. People were like, oh, that was super harsh. Yeah, it was harsh. I'm not here to be nice to you guys and make you feel good about it. I'm here to realize how silly you're being and how you're literally wasting your own time or literally wasting your own life away. Okay. It's not supposed to sound nice. If I was just going to say it so that it sounds nice, then some of you won't realize the mistake that you're making. And I want you to realize the mistake that you're making. Okay, so if you guys also are just loving me so much and you want to see more of me everywhere that I go and everything that I do, you can head over to my YouTube. You can head over to my Instagram where it's right on top of my head on the left side of the screen there. And it's right on the bottom right if you're on YouTube, where you can see my Instagram and see everything that I've been doing all the time during the weekend, what I go do, where I go have fun and things like that. Okay. For those of you who are on TikTok and you want to rewatch parts of the show that you might have missed, you can head over to my YouTube channel. and you can rewatch this entire live stream show once you type in my name, or you can just screenshot it and copy and paste my name. And you'll be able to find this show along with all the other shows that I've done in the live section of my YouTube page, okay? And the amazing part is you'll have the YouTube chat and the TikTok live chat embedded in the video, so you'll be able to follow along with all the conversation that's happening as I'm discussing, okay? Someone said the link isn't working on TikTok. If you click open in browser, you should be able to get it to work, okay? So try when you click the link, try clicking open in browser, and then you should be able to get that link to work. If not, worst case scenario, just go over to my YouTube and you'll see the Discord link on my YouTube page or in the description of one of my YouTube videos, okay? Don't worry, on my YouTube page is there. You'll be able to get access to it. Don't you worry, okay? One way or another. Okay, and then ask your question there, and I shall answer it live on the show when we have our next show on Monday. Okay, so I'm here every weekday, Monday to Friday, for all of you beautiful souls and beautiful peoples where we'll spend time together. Okay, so this weekend I'm going to be posting on my YouTube page, but I'll be live on Monday again at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So you got to figure out what time that is in your time zone. Until then, I love you so much. Please have a good. No, every weekday. Did I say every day? I might say every weekday. No, every weekday. So Monday to Friday, right? Monday to Friday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's when I'm live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Sorry if I said every day. Brain fart. Okay? Until then, have a safe rest of your weekend. Okay? I love you so much. Please enjoy your time. Okay? Don't spend too much time with boys. If you're going to spend time with boys, spend time with the right boys, not the waste of time boys. Okay? Try to do something other than go to the club or the bar. If you do go to the club or the bar, just, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like keep your legs closed type of thing. You know what I mean? Until they're committed to you type of thing. You know what I mean? Okay. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you again on Monday. Arrivederci, au revoir, hasta la vista, goodbye. I love you so much. Okay. And we'll be together soon again. Okay. Goodbye for now.